What's up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel for today's stream. Here we are on Monday morning. We are going to talk about some of the things that happened over the weekend at San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel Studios, Hall H announcements. We're going to get into that. I'll share my feelings on some of those things, and we'll do probably a little bit more than that. But, the first thing that I wanted to do was, I was sitting here, watching, the stream, and I wasn't aware before I went live, a little while before, I guess, that Chillmonger, my man Chillmonger, is live, and he's actually having a debate right now with Kendall from Normies to Nerds, one of our channel members, one of the Myrtle Maniacs over on his channel. And I was sitting there thinking, what if we went to, say, lurk on this stream, lurk on this stream and see what they've got going on here. I wanted to see what they were doing. What they were doing, and lurk in on their conversation maybe. But let's see, let me see if I can get this thing to come up here. And yeah. Let's see what we can do to get this going on here. Yeah. And then we will get into some of the stuff that was announced at Hall H. We'll probably go through a lot of that here pretty quick, but let's go ahead and let's drop in on Chillmonger. See what he's got going on. See what he's got going on over here. All right. Now let me see. We should have that. There we go. Bam. Bam. All right. Now let me see here. I should be able to get the audio here through this. And there we go.
Moments in history where Kang the Conqueror is being played by somebody black.
Now I need to put it on where I
can
can hear
it. For a movie, sure.
I can't hear it on my end.
Read the comics again.
So let me go through
Kang
here.
the Conqueror is nothing but Reed Richards' great grandson.
There you go.
Kang the Conqueror is a white guy or a blue guy. He's not a dark-skinned fellow, and that's the representation I need to be.
They're here
everlasting.
I don't
just need a blip in a short period of time.
Should I turn that?
For the
maybe
actor
turn them down a little bit too.
Well, that's why I think we differ too, because to me, I differentiate. I mean,
yeah,
I didn't grow up in comics. Like I'm growing up in my Marvel Unlimited app, like reading at night, like catching up like that. So like I'm the
same way. Yeah. I became a Marvel Unlimited guy just like 4 years ago is when I started getting into comics.
So I'm not like
So there we go.
Like, connecting. I'm not heavy on connecting the Marvel to the comics. Like that's not.
All right.
That's not something that like makes or breaks anything that comes to me. Like I can really differentiate that.
The audio is echoing. Oh yeah, it's because you can hear it on
my end. When it comes to like bringing up like the Jonathan Majors example, I'm not even gonna I don't even want to slight Jonathan Majors because I can't think of a white actor who'd be better to play Kang than Jonathan Majors.
Come on, man.
Is like Jonathan Majors to me like personifies what we need from Kang. Like
okay, fine. Let's think of what Jonathan Majors could have lent his. He could have lent his celebrity to being Tombstone.
But what is Tombstone in this Infinity War saga? What is like, you know what I mean? Like
everybody should be a little bit talented enough. He could be what Killmonger is. He's thought of as the best villain, even though he's not Thanos.
A little bit
better. But to us, he's the best villain.
It's because I have my mic up high and I had the audio high.
What?
On my side. There we
Killmonger's
go.
not universally loved as the best villain.
I mean, white people have.
Yeah, we lurking.
Like, I mean, white people will have
lurking
Thanos before they have Killmonger.
Okay, all right, that's still up there. Okay, best was hyperbole, but he's still up there.
But I tell you what, Jonathan Majors. But what I tell you is like certain things. When it comes, and it's going to sound bad when I say this, but like for black characters.
So yeah, this should be interesting. I don't think I have my don't have my headphones. I don't have my.
When it comes to like Black Panther, it feels like Black Panther is definitely made for us, right?
So I can listen in. You know what? I can have. You know what, guys? Give me just a second here. I'll go get my headphones.
Because he has such a huge role to play.
Pretty sure I have them.
He's going to have such a huge role to play in Secret. So like,
give me a second.
When you're looking at to say that guy should be white because we need to focus more energy into these, our black characters, it's like, well, that's selling us short. Like that's cutting us off from what we could be enjoying and what we could be getting to. And like it's kind of more so separating like like, don't get me wrong, like, energy, time needs to be put into our own characters. But we need to also be putting energy and time to characters who are, like, the established shit in the MCU.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like, we need to have...
I should have these things on here. Yeah, there we go. No, what are you doing? Don't pause.
Is what I'm getting at. Like, it's no, like...
Okay, so then what
it's like, it's no, like... You're not gonna get this because you're not because you're getting this. I don't think that to be a real case and a real issue.
You're just ignoring my finite, the talking point that I keep bringing up.
There we go.
You said we can do both.
But I mean, we're getting Blade. Like,
we are getting Blade. I mean, and
like,
I celebrate that. That
like,
is a great thing.
these things come, like, and like, I think we're growing there. Like, and I know you like, you want to differentiate between the shows, and I get.
There we go.
Dude, I get that, but at the same time, these are all characters coming in.
Yeah, there we go.
Every character, no matter how good of a performance that you put in, every character is not going to ascend to the level of what Kang means in the story. Even though Killmonger was a great villain.
You said Killmonger.
Yeah, I did. Even though Killmonger is ascending to the level of a great villain, he's never going to be on the level of Thanos when it comes to the impact of the whole entire story. So it's the same thing with Kang. It's like, yeah, Kang could have been, Kang could have even been Drac. I mean, he could have been like, you brought up Bishop, right? Kang could have been.
I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. I see we got Dixie in the building. Fanjecture. Adam stopped in.
He would have never elevated that character.
Adam stopped in.
Minds of everybody else in the minds of the whole fandom up to what
we got. Star Wars MCOG. Mike Stan Shill Porter.
Film.
How are you doing, my brother?
Played by a black man in this film, and that talent. I mean, it's dope, and like
it's meaningful. He's playing a meaningful role in the largest franchise. He's going to have a whole movie, an Avengers film named after him, which no one has ever gotten except for Ultron.
Reefer Man with a 25-month digital
great things that you're touting.
Member chat says,
I'm recognizing it right now.
Get in the van, Snoochies. Okay? We going for shawarma.
That being said,
Snoochie
Boochies. All of this is
Star Wars Santa. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a very good day today as well.
When we watch him in the next iteration of the animated films,
spam the Chillmonger. I like that.
But why not?
I mean, but why is he not a black? Like, answer the question. Like, why is he not a black?
There we go.
Because he was drawn. Nerd. Yeah. Yes, Nerdman.
I was just gonna say, isn't like because he's now. I mean, I can understand that argument when you're talking about something like race swapping Superman or race swapping a character that we've already seen in the movies before, like Magneto, right? Like if you race swap him, the next iteration of him.
Y'all can double fist it too and go to Chillmonger stream too and give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments too.
That's right. X-Men '97, Magneto will be white again.
Actually, when you introduce characters as black in films, or as a different race in films, it often does have a larger impact. Like, for instance, now Nick Fury is predominantly black in the comics, right? Like, it's not like it just.
No, there is a separate one. There is the real Nick Fury.
I realize it's a separate. Yeah, I know. Sorry, go on.
You know, actually, Don't worry,
No,
but
you know
what I was gonna say. You know what I was gonna say. You're good.
What the hell happened?
No, you can tell your audience. Sorry, I forget that we're actually speaking to
we're speaking to people. Like Rob, who's joining, says Nerdette Kang got race swap for the MCU. Yeah, Kang, but we are loosely speaking about all race swaps and everything. And by the way, Nerdette said that she's white and she says Killmonger is top 3, but he's still blue. You're right. He is blue, so it's a little bit different than
and like I said, a lot of white people got Killmonger in their top 3. A lot of black people got Killmonger at number 1. So like that's like where I'm saying you elevate.
All right.
It doesn't matter what performance that a black person could put in. If you keep them in a certain role, and that's maybe not more so on what Marvel does. Maybe that's just more so on like how people view black culture outside of our culture. Like if you look at it that way, there's only it's somewhat of a glass ceiling, if you will, of what you can get into this into a black centered black character.
Yeah, but
that sucks to say, but it's. It feels like it's
okay.
It's like a
but Kendall, I actually think
in both chats. Which one of me is a variant, right?
Facts, by the
Double
way.
fisting it.
Great stuff.
What happened to Nerdman's connection?
I was like,
yeah.
I was gonna say I get what you're saying. That
freaky. You like that?
Chillmonger, I get what you're saying. That those characters can't be elevated to the kind of universal, You know, where it's not like, oh, this character's
I think-
kind of aimed towards black people, but you know, white people can enjoy him as well and whatever. But it really,
I think the interesting thing,
impact it has is on
stream watching,
you know,
yeah,
like,
right, double
it's
fisting it,
telling
double
a
fisting
kind
it,
of
main
black
authority.
story or whatever. So
Yeah,
it can't be the
and they're having this
universal
the conversation about race swapping
kind of,
the
or
characters
overarching,
in the comics or from the
influence on
comics when they're
story,
doing the
right? That can
you know,
never
the
happen
movies and
unless
stuff.
you focus
And it's
more on
it's
those
always an
black
interesting
characters and elevate
conversation
them to a stage
to
where
have.
they will be that.
Can you
I
remember
mean, there's a
where
world
is
where
Phase 4
Killmonger
going?
definitely
When?
could be,
Well, where you know
you
where
know,
it's
if
going
Lex
now.
Luthor can be
Yeah, that don't mean it's
a
good.
Justice League
That don't mean it's
villain,
good
why
though.
can't Killmonger be
Yeah,
an
Lavis is a
Avengers
variant
villain?
too.
You know what I
We
mean?
got all
Like,
kinds of variants in here. We're in the
It could happen,
multiverse.
sure. And eventually, one day, it'll happen in the comic books.
And like, I'm not saying that like that's not possible. I mean, I think you put in even if you make
Because I think the interesting thing about like what they oh man, is this dropping?
You know, they have somebody else.
Am I skipping frames? Am I skipping?
Just making a movie will bump.
Am I
that stock
skipping?
up. You know what
Am
I
I
mean?
freezing
just
up?
Making a movie will elevate that, and over
Maybe
time,
that'll
you
help
can
it.
grow to
I don't know.
this
Maybe
next
that'll
level.
help it.
But it's like
Hopefully
until
not.
we get there,
Hopefully.
like, let's get both, and even when we get there, why not give the best?
Yeah.
At the end
Hopefully
of the day, it
that'll
comes to
help.
giving the job to the best
Um,
actor. Like that's just what I want to
I
do.
think you know,
I'm
like I
an
said, it's an
actor.
ongoing
I would
conversation. I
appreciate
think there's
it.
probably
I can't get
places
a job
where
because I'm
like
white.
race swapping don't really
Because
matter. I
what
mean,
you're
like
it's
let's
not
face
just
it.
a
When it comes
job,
to like
it's
actual
a
race swapping, I mean,
adaptation of an
it's really
already
more like
existing
skin color
character.
swapping,
And if you don't
more so than
look like
necessarily
that,
race
you
swapping.
shouldn't
Because I
get the
mean,
job.
that's
Hugh Jackman, love him, but he's really
let's
tall.
face it.
Probably
You could
shouldn't
be
get
of a
over.
certain race and
It's
be
not just
lighter
skin
skin,
color, it's
darker
also height
skin,
and,
or
physique
anything
and,
kind of you know
the
like
ability to grow a
right,
beard
right.
and not
Come
like
on,
any- well,
come on.
fake beards.
But
Come on.
this is called acting. This is the
But
thing. Like,
I think
How do you act
acting
I think
shorter? How
I
do you
think
act
kind of the
darker?
things are is
but
like you know
to me,
what
I'm
are
always
we?
more I don't like.
What are you
like,
race
so
swapping?
much.
Like if it's like an
It
alien
can be
race or
good, but
whatever, I
don't
mean, I
like
think
so
it's kind of
much
hard
that
to
they get
say.
an actor and they're,
Where
like,
I mean, I
exactly
think
like
if
the
you have a character like Kang, who
because
was actually a
it makes
character
the
in the
actor
comics, who was
lazy in
you
terms
know
of actually doing a performance, and I actually know exactly what
you know
they're going to
I
do.
believe he was
But when
basically
you
a
actually get
white
an
kid
actor that's
in the
like a
comics. I
little
mean, you know,
bit
or
off
white
kilter
man, white guy. You know,
from
you
from
get
the
it, right?
actual
And he
character
was,
that
you know,
they're
like you've
trying
seen
to,
like the original like
and that, you know, like
what's his name? You know, he looks he looks more
you're like, well,
you know, he if anything, he looks almost more Asian than anything, with the Fu Manchu and everything.
So I don't know what Patterson is going to do when he
So
performs as Batman, and that's so
Yeah.
much more interesting to me.
yeah,
than,
experience and
you
encouragement.
know,
Yeah, is it better now? Oh, it's still
than
dropping.
Just getting, as I said, some actor who's
Still
like,
dropping,
so
huh?
Different, though.
You know what it
Batman
is?
has
Probably
the
'cause-
physicality,
probably
has
'cause
the-
I'm doing
has
both
the
at the same
voice
here.
and
You know what? We
whatever,
need to
and
do
I'm like,
this.
okay, well, I
Auto.
immediately know.
We need to go this down to
what this guy's going to do. Because when you're like that, you have to
Maybe that'll
create
help.
a character. That's the beauty.
Maybe
of
that'll
it.
help.
When you're
Or
a
that's
bit off
sucking
kilter,
less.
when you're not what is expected, you have to actually go there and develop the character yourself and create a character, so as to become that thing.
And can I say something that these Dizzles comics? I mean, I'm
Maybe that's what it is.
Comic.
Pulling too much.
Fan of.
And that's
doing-
facts.
too-
Like,
pulling too much,
no,
doing
that's what I'm saying,
streamception.
It's not a broad switch. Like I'm not a. If we were getting a black
certain characters can be swapped out without any issue, like 007, Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's just all like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like it all depends.
Wait,
Say
why
what
don't I
it
just
is.
It all
use
depends. I
every
mean,
reason you just
You know,
gave
and
me?
the
Why
other
can't I
You
just
can,
the
use
other
you
thing
can,
is like a
like,
lot of people would say like,
you can,
oh, well,
I'm
in
not
the
saying you
comics,
didn't
in the
do the
comics, or
logic
this or
of
that or
Hey,
whatever. I
like,
mean,
I'm just being
yeah.
real.
Like I said,
Like, it's not
it's a
a
conversation
broad
that
brush.
we could go round and round
It's
on,
kind of based on
all day,
it's what I mentioned
every
with Batman.
day.
It's like, I'm not gonna replace Batman.
when it comes down to it. I mean, I
It's
think
like-
there's
reasons I was
a lot of
wondering
it.
if I should've kept my
There's
mouth
no
shut,
real
but that was
need
like,
for.
oh,
Like,
because he's old
even if you
money.
think,
You
take a
were
look
just
He
like,
is
for
old,
instance,
he is-
like the
he is
Sam
old
Wilson
money.
Captain America.
I mean,
Obviously,
that
they're
makes
not
sense.
race swapping there.
That's
They are
not-
just basically taking and using the mantle to give to another person, which
I won't.
I think that kind of depends too. I mean, you even get into that. You look at like Captain America
It's not a broad.
in the comics. They did the same thing in the comics. Sam
Let him
Wilson.
finish. He's
Um,
talking himself into a hole. Let him keep
No,
going.
it's no. I'm
He
just saying, it's not-
eventually
I said it at the beginning. It's not a broad brush. Like,
gave up the
like-
shield and all that stuff.
like
Like that was kind of a part of the story. Like one of the things that got me back in comics. So I mean, that's not necessarily
Like,
race
Robert
swapping.
Downey
That's
Jr.,
obviously
Robert
you know
Downey
taking a
Jr.,
mantle and
I guess-
changing out like Jane Foster, the mantle. You know, like, and that's the same thing when it comes to like T'Challa and all that stuff. Like, or I mean, the Black Panther. It's you know, like like it's
I
a
don't think it's
mantle.
a,
I get it.
what do
I
you
get
call
it.
Necessary component
Certain
of the
characters can be
story
swapped
to
out. Yeah, with
inherit
that,
the
like
money, whereas
007
it's a
Green Lantern.
necessary
Yeah, but
component
yeah, I
of
think it kind of
Batman's
depends. You know,
story
like
for him to
007. I
inherit the money.
mean,
Tony Stark could have easily just,
I think inherently the character is
you
just a
know,
British guy. I
made
mean,
his own money.
is
Like
he
that
a
was a
is he
super genius and
necessarily?
would still
I don't know.
make
He
as
might
much
even be
sense
described
as
in the
him
comics
being
as a
Iron
white
Man.
guy. I don't know. I don't know, or in the
So,
books. Because I haven't read any
But
James Bond books. I
like
don't know.
James
You know, like
Gordon,
yeah,
like
don't-
come on, like James
yeah,
Gordon. James
Yeah.
Gordon can definitely be interchangeable. Like it's
Yeah.
like
Guys are
six
acting
places
like
of happiness so
cops
far
and
equals MCU.
skin
Thank you so
color
much for
have
being
nothing
here.
to do with each other. That's that's
Well,
like the
Smoke Over
worst.
Saga.
What?
Is it
I know
cheating
black cops.
if
Like,
you
there's hella
bunk your
black cops
girlfriend
that,
from
like,
another
They're a
Earth?
lot different than the white cops,
I don't
aren't
know.
No,
I don't
they're
know. Is
more
it?
like
You know what?
I
Maybe
mean,
it's
like,
time to.
they're
It's
kinda
probably time
more
to end the
like-
streamception. It's probably what it is. It's probably what it is. Probably just time to end the streamception. Because, like I said, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I mean, we could go. We could have that kind of conversation all day long about race swapping and things like that. Race swapping is a personal issue. Anyone character can be any race, considering most characters were created during a time in America where race was an issue. Some should. Well, and I think it depends on like what is the history of the character. Where do they come from and things like that. Like again, I mean that comes to like the roots of the character ultimately, like who they are, and all of those different kinds of things. What they do necessarily, I guess, for the most part, but yeah. Character can be any race, considering most characters were created during a time in America where race was an issue. Some should be changed in this time and space we're in. Yeah, and that's like a lot of people talk about like Magneto and Professor X and I think they should stay with what they were, though obviously having characters at a point in time like now, like nearly 100 years later from when World War II had started and everything. I mean, we're getting close. We're getting close. So like having those characters be the same race and having it be over the same thing, like the Holocaust and everything, it does get a little bit, out there. Like, okay, these characters like 100 years old, but they are mutants as well. So there's that. And also, if everybody wants them to do what they do with the Jonathan Hickman thing, with like the doing the the whole rebirth thing, they can continuously just do all that. They can be young still. Yeah. Oh man, it looks like it is still dropping. Oh wait, no, that was 2 minutes ago. Okay, it was 2 minutes ago. Maybe it should be better now. We're not doing streamception. I mean, maybe, I don't know. If I go here, doing that, yeah, we should be good. We'll see if it comes up again. But yeah, I do think it depends on certain characters and things like that. Like honestly, the whole Namor thing. I mean, you're just changing where kind of. I mean, obviously, he's still going to be from Atlantis and everything, but maybe as far as like his human kind of roots, it looks like they're changing some of that stuff, some of the background there. I mean, what they're doing with some of the stuff in the MCU anyway, because they're kind of going into a lot of Mesoamerican culture. Mesoamerican culture. So there's, I think, room where they're changing like that. Are they gonna change Black Panther? I mean, come on, it'd be ridiculous doing the Namor thing. I mean, I think they still kind of got essentially the same look, because you could definitely take a look at like the Hispanic culture, and plenty of people still consider a lot of Mexicans to be white. So, like I said, there's arguments to be had. There's definitely arguments to be had when it comes to those kinds of things. And like I said, I think there's certain places now. Again, like I said, was Nathaniel, right? Richards, who becomes Kang. Isn't that right, Nathaniel? No. Oh, wait. Nathaniel's no, that's Franklin Richard. I'm thinking yeah, right. Who's writing the comics? I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure that it's one, but like, I just want to see Jonathan Majors come in and kill this role anyway. But I think there's room for certain of it. But like, how extreme does any of it matter? And kind of like Lava said, I mean, sure, some of them, they like. And again, we could look at that as an excuse too. Well, they were created in a time and place, and well, so was Black Panther technically, then, right? Black Panther was technically created during that same time as well. So, yeah. Yeah, I think there's certain ones that can do some of it with, like, and that's the other thing too, like alien species and shit like that. Like, does that really matter? They're aliens, But then you could easily make the Superman. You could easily make the Superman excuse. But also, I think there are certain races out there that have very, I guess you would say, human traits. Like, you could take a look at the Kree, where they obviously have the blue skins, the pink skins, even they got dark skins as well. You've seen Jaimon Hansu there as Korath. So there's that. I mean, they kind of have, have that covered as well. So again, there's, yeah. Air Spider 23, thank you so much for being here. Speaking of multiverse saga, is it cheating if you? That's funny. Schmitz clicks. I am True Skills. How are you doing? What's up, man? It's been a while. Sending love to all you Myrtle Maniacs out there, says Obi-Juan the homie, aka Beskar Batman. Yes, thank you so much for being here, my brother. Man, it's still throwing up things saying I'm lagging, huh? It's still saying I'm lagging. Wonder what's up with that. Why am I still lagging? How's maybe we need to check this out. Maybe do we need to do a speed test? Because if we do a speed test and everything's fine here, I mean, yeah. Server, where are we at? Let's see how it's looking. I'm not sure why it's skipping. The only other reason it would be skipping frames and all that stuff would be equipment. It looks like our download time is looking good. Our download time is looking pretty good, about average for what we get here. Now let's check these upload speeds. This is where it's gonna be at. I don't know. Yeah, everything's looking good here too so far. So I'm not sure why it's why we keep dropping and skipping frames. I'm not sure why we keep dropping and skipping frames. I understand the argument, but I'm on an MCU high, says Mike Porter. Yeah. Jason Strope, thank you so much for being here. Yeah. Rhea in the building, how are you doing? Rhea, hope all's going well with you. Yes, make sure you smash that like button. Thank you for the reminder, Rhea. Black Panther was created by white people, and people overlook that just to relate to the character. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think like any of that really matters whatsoever. I mean, like not only white people can write white characters, not only black people can write black characters. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, and that they're created by white people. I mean, I don't think that really makes a difference of anything. Now, however, I will say that I think, some of the things that we learn throughout history, you know what I mean? Like, if you go back and take a look at what we knew about human history in 1964 compared to what we know here in 2022, I think there's a lot of new information. A lot of other artifacts have been found and basically been traced back and things like we could take a look at human history and see how things have kind of changed over time. You take a look at science and see how a lot of that has changed here over time over the last 50 years. I mean, obviously there's obviously stuff to that. So I mean, who the character is created by really matters. As long as they can hold true to a certain character. Now the thing is, like, Wakanda is a fake nation anyway, right? It's a fake place anyway. So, I mean, there's that. But they obviously kind of wanted it all based on African culture, right? So there's that. They didn't want it necessarily. They obviously didn't base it out of off of any kind of white cultures. So I mean, there's that. But you know, that's why when you go and you get somebody who's like, you know, maybe doing the screenwriting and stuff, that is doing all that, and as long as they're taking the culture into account, I don't care if it's written by a white person, a black person, a Mexican person, just as long as they're maintaining a you know, I guess respecting the source material as far as the character and the roots of who they are is what really matters most. Now, do they need to come out with a white Black Panther? Absolutely not. That'd be ridiculous. That'd be ridiculous. And I know somebody out there is going to be like, well, you know, it's a mantle, and one time in the comic books, like, yeah. Let's face it, they're not going to do with the mantle of Black Panther like they have done with Captain America, all right? They're just, come on. We know it's a weak argument, right? But, yeah, come on. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, and it's saying it's doing good now, so it should be, like, I don't know, we'll see. Making moves, Jason. Hope you're doing well. Yes, nice. All right. Yeah. You a lagging dragon? I don't know. How? Yeah, you guys got to tell me how it is on your side. Was it lagging at all? Was it lagging? I don't know. Kevin Feige killed on Saturday night. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get into that. We're about a half hour into the show now. Namor is Atlantean, so we could truly be any tan-skinned person, Greek, Italian, Hispanic. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel about that as well. When it comes to the thing, like the stuff for Namor, absolutely. Yeah, I think he can kind of be, you know, whatever in that sense. Yeah, in that sense. We're fine with this occasional incursion. Okay. Yeah, and it looks like my connection's good. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. No lag in here. All right. Good on your end. Yeah. I think we're good, man. oh.
Bermuda, baby.
Yeah, we might have been. We might have been in Bermuda. You might be right. Yeah, you might be right. You know what? I need to get more. I need to get more gifts like that to use. I need to get more gifts like that to use here on the channel. I need to get more gifts like that. You know, come up with some more. To use here on. Oh, dang flies. Dang flies. What's wrong with you, fly? Got him. Oh, come on. Got him. Yeah. Sound like you're in an aquarium? Really? That's weird. Well, you know, I probably could switch back to this. That would probably help a little bit. That might help a little bit. Is that better? Is that better? Or are you saying there's an echo? Is there a pretty good echo going on? I don't know. Yeah. Cleveland Brown is voiced by a white man. Don't hear any issues with that. People pick and choose what they want to be enraged about. Yeah, and I think, again, I mean, that's obviously animation as well. So, I mean, there's, yeah, I don't think, like, an animated character has to be, you know, like I said, there are some things yes, some things no, right? That's, you know, and do we get to pick and choose? Yeah, of course we're going to pick and choose. I think everybody's going to pick and choose about whatever, you know? Just like race swapping should matter. Their fictional source material is what should be honored. Right. And that's why, you know, like I said, you know, the Kang thing, I mean, I don't know. Well, at this point, like I was going to say, are we going to watch it? But, you know, the thing is, like, maybe. We'll see. At least at the theater. Love Phase 4. I understand someone like some of it. I hate. Some hate it all, but my point is, the naysayers who are crying for direction, they got it now. Feige did say that not all projects won't connect. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, again, I think the race swapping, I mean, does it matter on which characters? On which characters? Like I said, I mean, you could certainly build a case for, you know, Magneto and Charles Xavier. Yeah, you could build the case. You know, we're still going to have Holocaust survivors. Like, again, they're over 100 years old. They are mutants, though, and they can use the rebirthing thing and all that stuff. The Jonathan Hickman stuff, and everybody wants them to use. Everybody loves Jonathan Hickman. Yeah. 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 I mean, does it really matter at this point? They already gave a big fat middle finger to Marvel, so yeah. Yeah, but I mean, is anybody bitching about Black Adam and Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Well, Sandman trailer looks pretty good. I didn't see Sandman trailer. Oh yeah, it's a TV show. Yeah, probably not worried about it. Aglax says, I personally have an incredible idea for a movie where a white guy named Chuck as the Black Panther. They haven't got back to me about the script, but I haven't been blocked. All right, like Chuck from like the TV show Chuck, like Zachary Levi. How do you feel about the upcoming phases after the slow phase 4? Well, you know, I'm not completely down on phase 4. Like, I'm not completely down on phase 4. Like some of the way things are going, I think some of my favorite things are some of the things that people don't like. Because like my favorite, I think probably the top film of phase 4, top film, is probably The Eternals. And it's got to be Shang-Chi right after that. And then you turn into, you know, going into the shows. WandaVision was definitely my favorite. But I really do feel still like Ms. Marvel was the best one. And all the reasons why is kind of what's exactly got me questioning if I'm going to see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, at the movie theater. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? This would probably help too. If I adjust my microphone to where it should be. Which, there we go. I was gonna say that might help too. That might help too. All right. But the upcoming phases, I mean, they've only given us a little bit of stuff here for the upcoming phases. I think a lot of these MCU characters changing this way is due to the fact that they couldn't or maybe wouldn't when they were created, or wasn't accounted during creation, and now is now in society. Familiar with Sam and see. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, there's got to be a give or take. There's got to be some a little bit of leeway for give or take on it. For sure, Lavis. There's definitely got to be some give and take taken into consideration. But how much do you give to how much do you take, right? How much do you give to how much do you take? But let's go into, I guess here. Let me see. Oh man, I still got this other thing switched on here. Let's get into some of the let's get into some of the announcements that they had from. Oh, is that how we're doing this now? Son of a gun. Oh, gotta love it. Yeah, it's not where I left it at. It's not where I left it at. There we go. Well, no, I don't think even that's it. There we go. There we go. Let's get into this. And we're just kind of going after how I seen it here on Twitter as it pops up. But I Am Groot, original short, streaming on August 10th. It's gonna be like what, 5? I believe they said like 5 shorts or so of I Am Groot. Some kind of cutesy little thing to make money to get you to go buy shit for your kids. I'll probably watch them when they come out. Am I too worried about them? Nah, not really. It's gonna be silly. It's gonna be silly shit for your kids, and that's fine. Oh dang. All right, have a good one, Star Wars Santa. Dang, man. Aglax got, bam, smacked down. Smacked down. You know what? All good. All good, Mike Poor. You know what? Aglax does it. Remember, he did that to me that one time. He did that to me that one time. Remember? He did that to me that one time, Aglax. That's like paybacks. Paybacks. Yeah, take that. No Way Home, Eternals, WandaVision, Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, Shang-Chi was okay. You know what? Like, I'm totally on the, like, dislike No Way Home. It's not even a bandwagon. It's just like, it's not very good. Like, I love Spider-Man, but goddamn, No Way Home. It doesn't suck as bad as Love and Thunder, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Just a lot of fan service. And hey, that's fine. The fan service is fine. Fan service is fine. I have no issue with fan service. I have no issue with fan service. There's definitely a place for it. But I Am Groot. I don't know. Coming August 10th. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. If you're excited or anything like that. And we'll get into the next one we've got, which is a Spider-Man Freshman Year. They've got Marvel Studios Spider-Man Freshman Year original series streaming in 2024. It looks like supposedly they're saying that this will be connected to the actual Marvel 616, the MCU 616. Supposedly. Very interesting considering some of the things that they showed for it, some of the art concepts and where they're going with the Osborns and stuff like that, and like you know, it's kind of probably gonna have everyone scratching their head to exactly what's going on here. It's again more animated stuff. I don't know. Am I excited about it? Maybe. What? Oh man, why is this thing do? Oh, okay. You're gonna make me. Oh, you son of a. All right. All right, there we go. Take that. There we go. Yeah. But I don't know about Spider-Man Freshman Year, you know, the animated stuff. Like, I'm not going to sit here and watch a whole bunch of animated shows and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm sure I'll probably watch them. Am I excited about it? Nah, it's cartoons, man. It's cartoons. It's cartoons. But let me know how you guys feel about Spider-Man Freshman Year. Are you excited about it? Like I said, I can't wait till D23. I think they're going to show us a lot at D23 that is actually going to be, I don't know, maybe, hopefully some more exciting kind of stuff that maybe we don't know about or we're going to hear more about that will be, add some more spice to this. And I think one of the things that why some of this stuff isn't quite so hype is because a lot of this stuff we knew was coming anyway, right? We know a lot of these things are coming in the first place. So like a little bit of the edge of the hype has to comes off of it. But then we got What If Season 2 coming early 2023. That'll be very interesting to see. I thought the first series was it was right down there with Loki. It was like in the bottom couple of spots with Loki so far in the TV series. Like there's, you know what, like, I don't know. Is Loki better than What If? Nah, probably not. Probably not. Maybe only because we got the one episode where Hank Pym comes in to shit on Fury's big week. Yeah, I think that's what I liked about that. I like that episode. When the Hank that slapped Janet came in. It's in the show. But that's coming early 2023. That'll be interesting. I mean, when do you think that's going to come? Is it going to come January? Maybe February 2023? Hard to say. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What If? Did you like Season 1? Next one we've got is X-Men 97. Coming fall of 2023. This one, I mean, I would actually have to. I'm not sure that I ever watched the entirety of the original X-Men series. I definitely know I watched a lot of it when I've been younger. When those originally came out, and man, it seems like it was so much earlier than when they originally ran those series. It was like 94. Seems like it was so much earlier than that. Then I think that this was the first film I think that I seen as I was scrolling up here through the timeline. It's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in theaters May 5th. Makes you wonder, what is there going to be a movie before that? Oh, dang, look at. I wonder if anybody's calling me out for that water, what I'm drinking out of. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, coming May 5th, 2023. You guys know how I feel about James Gunn and the Guardians of the Galaxy anyway. I don't know. I think it'll be good to see this. Finally see a send-off for these characters. It'll finally be over. Thank you. Oh, there is a Lord Feige out there. There is a Lord Feige out there. Thank you. While the Ms. Marvel take is new, a lot of creators passed on as saying it was kiddie, but I enjoyed it as well. Making Kamala a mutant is worth seeing how they pay it all off in the future. Well, I mean, that's an interesting take, but they didn't say that she's a mutant, right? They didn't say that she's a mutant. One thing I've talked about numerous times here on the channel is in the MCU, they absolutely have to tell us. I don't care that he said about a genetic mutation. For one, like the X-Men didn't have a genetic mutation; they have an X gene. But the other thing is, like, just because they say she has a genetic mutation, they play a little X-Men jingle, don't mean anything. Again, everybody was running with the whole Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme, when we can clearly see that they had the Wong. Yeah. They had the Wong idea. They thought that I was kidding. They had the Wong man. Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme. I've been trying to say it for a while. I've been trying to say it. But yeah, no, they actually have to tell us. Until they actually tell us that Kamala is a mutant, she's still an Inhuman. Or we don't know. Because they haven't actually told us that she's a mutant yet. They got to tell us. Gruder's not going to buy shit from my kid. Yeah, right? Christopher Trinity, how much do you think Namor being Mayan will tie into the Eternals, Moon Knight, and Ms. Marvel, and Shang-Chi as far as the tech? Well, that's something I've definitely already talked about here for sure. But I mean, it all comes from the Eternals and Celestial tech. And that all really comes from, I mean, it comes from the same kind of thing anyway, where you get into the Eternals and we see Makari going after the Emerald Tablet, which she gets. The Emerald Tablet being this thing that basically what a lot of science is based off of. If you go look and read about the about the Emerald Tablet and exactly what it says, what it's translated to by people, you can see that what it describes is kind of the plot line of the Eternals film. But then the Eternals film, you know, we see this thing where they're talking about the Emerald Tablet, where if you look at what's going on in the film, you see we see Cersei actually sit there and transmutate a base metal into gold, which is something that is said to be achievable through something called the Philosopher's Stone, which the Philosopher's Stone is something that was created and based off of the Emerald Tablet. And I think a lot of that actually has to do with a lot of these things. But here where we're talking about Namor, we're getting into, once again, some of the things like even like Gore, you know, going after all these gods. We're getting into these different cultures and the gods in which they worshipped. Where we're talking about Quetzalcoatl and all of these different kinds of, I guess you would say, gods that the Mayas and just other the Aztec cultures, like a lot of the Mesoamerican cultures, I guess, worshipped. Where if you look into like Egyptian culture, they worshipped the same gods, but they were different gods. But they were basically the same thing: the god of the moon, the sun, of light, just all of those different things, all the different gods. They looked up to the same thing. When you get into like Norse mythology and things like that, they look up to basically the same gods. They have the same gods for these same things. You got different gods for different things. And so I think that's where it all ties into, but also it definitely all ties into this form of technology, which I believe is, if not celestial technology, is definitely technology created by the Eternals, which the Eternals are created by the Celestials. So it's all celestial tech. It's all the same. You see, it's all golden looking, and it's all based on like gold, which is very interesting because that's what comes down to from the Emerald Tablet to the Philosopher's Stone is that you transmutate base metals into gold and silver. Also, it can grant you eternal life and immortality. It can heal wounds. It does all of those kinds of things. The Philosopher's Stone does. So it's all based on the same kind of thing. But it's very interesting too, because they get into other things about maybe even creating artificial life and things like that. And also turning one form of thing into actual, how would you say, basically living matter out of something that's like transmutating it. Transmutating one thing into another, which is something else we've seen Cersei do when she turned that deviant into a tree. So there's a lot, like it's all interconnected. It's all interconnected, and definitely the technology from the 10 rings and the bangle definitely interconnected with the things even in Moon Knight. Obviously, what we're gonna find come once Namor comes out. As well, not even just in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, but also Namor and more of that culture as well. But I believe the same thing, the same stuff is going to lead to even in the X-Men. But I believe everything that we've got here regarding the Emerald Tablet, the Philosopher's Stone, is something that teases the existence of a man like Logan, like Wolverine out there. So very interesting stuff. But I also believe these same things through the Emerald Tablet and the Philosopher's Stone obviously is something that would create something like you're basically recreating life and creating these things to heal ailments. It's the Emerald Tablet and I would say the Philosopher's Stone, alchemy essentially, is where all of modern medicine is and science is kind of based off of. So they're taking all of these things that have to do with our natural human history and weaving them here into these projects. So they're definitely all interrelated, interconnected. Yeah. Take it easy, Main Authority. I know I've been flapping my guns. I'm probably way behind here. When I think She-Hulk will have a lot of cameos. We've only seen 4. Right. Yeah. Absolutely. I am Groot. Yeah, act like I'm sorry. Daryl Harris says Love and Thunder could have been better. The lack of gore is noticeable. I expected him to kill more gods on screen, which didn't happen. Yeah, you know what? Like, Love and Thunder would have been a lot better movie if they took Thor out of it. Take Chris Hemsworth, his character, completely out of that movie, and it's probably a much better film. It's probably a much better film. Just take the Thor out of Love and Thunder, probably a lot better film. Like, basically, cut everything that he was in out. Everything that he did out. And rework some of the other stuff and just have Jane and Valkyrie going out there doing the same shit they did. Like, yeah, just take Thor out of Love and Thunder. Much better film. Much better film. There, where are we at here? There we go. 97. What If Season 2 of Marvel Zombies is all I want for animated. I also heard the Spider-Man thing was not canon to the MCU. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, get rid of my wrench. I make too many mistakes. It's all good, Mike Porter. It's all good. I'm excited for all things Kraglin related. Trinity, love me some. Oh, what was it? What's the little gun? Love me some pew pew. And we are Groot. Oh. You're trying to trigger me. But what do you think we're getting on D23? Haven't what they haven't shown. I think a lot more of the shows and stuff. A lot more of the shows. What if, as awesome, Loki was okie dokie? Loki can really count YouTube hype tubers ruin everything for themselves for the most part. Regular average people don't know every show before it's announced. Yeah, absolutely, Air Spider. I agree with that 100%. 100%. And that's the only people you really see griping and bitching about this stuff anyways. People who are in like a lot of my friends on like they don't really give a shit about most of it, like the normies and shit. Like they don't really give a fuck. They don't really give a shit. I'm excited for the 1602 episode of What If. All right. Take it easy, Reefer. See you, Mike. I'll be minding my P's and Q's from now on. Yeah, I thought it was 92. It might have been 92. It might have been 92 when they came out. It might have been 92. I was thinking it was 94. Drink from Danvers, Trinity. Sip slowly. Doctor Strange What If episode was great. The Fury Big Week was cool, and Black Panther was good as well. Yeah, like I said, the one where Hank came in of shit on Fury's Big Week, that was my favorite. I love that one. The Strange episode, it was probably second. The Black Panther episode, it was good. Though I would say overall, I mean, it just kind of like where the rest of them fall at. They did not say X-Men meaningless. Yeah, absolutely. They also didn't say mutants. I mean, they didn't say, yeah. In MCU, Inhumans may be mutants. I don't know. Like I said, I think we're going to learn more. Cinco de Mayo and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 go together like Shomer and a few pints of dark ale. Oh, man. Cinco de Gringo. de Drinko. Wong is Sorcerer Supreme because Doctor Strange got snapped. That didn't really matter to my argument. To the argument that I had, which was just that Doctor Strange was not the Sorcerer Supreme. That was my only argument. And I would still hold to the whole thing that, you know, just because, like I said, because it's just like a belt ranking, like belt rankings at like a dojo or whatnot. Just because the sensei or the leader of, you know, I guess of a dojo dies, you know, or even say like in the Bruce Lee movies, you know, like how the teacher always got killed. Just because he dies doesn't mean that somebody else automatically becomes the sensei. Like, hey, I'm the master now. Like, that's not how it works. It's a certain skill level that you achieve and that you attain. It's not just, you know, it's not just a title, right? It's not just a title. And I would still probably even argue that Wong probably has more adept skills and experience than Doctor Strange does, and is probably more rightful to be the Sorcerer Supreme anyway. But yeah, I don't think you get to spike the football in this Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme thing. Oh, I do, Aglax, because my argument was just that Doctor Strange wasn't the Sorcerer Supreme. That my argument wasn't how he got it, any technicalities or anything. There was none of that. My argument wasn't any of those. My argument. You can go back and see watch it however many times you want, and be as mad as you want, and be in denial as much as you want. My argument that Doctor Strange wasn't the Sorcerer Supreme was just that. He's not the Sorcerer Supreme. It wasn't that Wong was. It wasn't that he got it, that he's not because of a technicality. It wasn't because of anything else. My argument was simply that he wasn't the Sorcerer Supreme. I won. I was right. And it doesn't matter how you feel about it. Facts over feelings, right? Isn't that what I'm supposed to say? Isn't that what I'm supposed to say, being a re-artist? Yeah, but I was right. Yeah, Emerald Tab is the key. Yeah. Doctor Strange, Social Supreme, he runs millions of social media accounts. Once, like, you had seen Infinity War. Oh, man. Yeah, you heard, yeah, it's Unchained now. That's fun. I hear you take on Kamala. They did, they don't say she's human, but they played the theme music same way they did for Professor X and Multiverse of Madness. You know what? I wouldn't know that they did during Multiverse of Madness, because when I went to go see it, everybody was sitting there screaming and clapping like a bunch of fucking hyenas at the movie theater while I was trying to watch a film. But, you know, so I didn't really hear it when I went to go see it at the theater. Yeah. Sumerian tablets and Gnostic books go into it as well. If the MCU hints at this stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I wish I could turn things into more trees. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. Looking forward to all of these different cultures having magical jewelry stories coming together. I bet they all come together to build one weapon, like something like the Power Rangers would have. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Crazy thing about the Philosopher's Stone and alchemy is that it's kind of the origins of the gold standard, which our whole monetary system was at one time based off of. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm laughing way too hard at the dude drinking from a superhero cup. Yeah, what are we talking about? You making fun of my Captain Marvel cup, you son of a bitch? Are you making fun of my Carol Danvers Captain Marvel drinking cup? What a jerk. Doctor Strange is Sorcerer Supreme in every other universe except the MCU 6 months. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because we were, you know, obviously, at that time even, talking about the Doctor Strange. Not all the ones that, you know, like, that get sniped out by their own people. Anything like that. No. What's that thing that people always say these days yet never do? Cope. Right? That's what all these weirdos say on Twitter. They're like cope. But like, bro, nobody ever copes. None of y'all ever cope. Man, this son of a bitch was on Twitter the other day arguing about Sam Wilson, Captain America. Like, oh, the Sam Wilson is the Captain America. Cope. And, you know, and the thing is, he was talking about the Nick Spencer, Sam Wilson, Captain America run. He's like, oh, this and that. He's the Captain America, blah blah blah. Cope. And I'm like, and I posted the last couple of panels of that issue. I'm like, yeah, he was. And then remember, he said, fuck this job. I don't want to be Captain America. I want to be my own man. And he gave back the shield. Cope. Cope. Barry Comics, what's up, man? How are you doing, man? I hope all's going well. No, I asked you to sip from her, and you did it. It was hilarious. Yeah. Don't be mad about my cup. Yeah. Don't be mad about my cup, haters. Yeah, nice long one. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, let's get back into this. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Let me know how you guys are feeling about it. It's got that May slot, May 5th. I think it'll, I don't know. We'll see how it is. Like I said, I'll be glad to see it come to an end. We got Echo coming up as well. Summer of 2023. Summer of 2023. So I'm guessing it'll probably be around the time Ms. Marvel came out. Maybe, you know, like that June slot there. That June slot. I'm interested to see where Echo is going to go to. Loki Season 2. Loki Season 2 coming summer of 2023 as well. So, I mean, will Loki come then in August? Will we begin Echo in, say, June, and then Loki in August, I'm guessing? Like just guessing. And, you know, a lot of these are probably going to change as well. You know, a lot of them kind of slide here and there a little bit. I mean, they did it over the last couple of years. We'll see how they do here over these next couple. Then we got Blade. Blade coming to theaters November 3rd, 2023. Very interesting because we know that we've got The Werewolf by Night coming up. We know we've got Moon Knight that already came out as well. There's a lot of, I think there's a lot of things that kind of could intermingle with a lot of this stuff as well. Bringing in some of these characters. So it's very interesting to see where they're going to go with some of that. Definitely. November 3rd, though, 2023. Sounds like, I mean, would that basically be capping off the year? I mean, are they going to have something else they didn't announce coming out in December, maybe? November? Nah, they wouldn't have something else. Yeah, I guess November, because they wouldn't have something else come out during the holidays. They must have something Star Wars coming out. Because, yeah, I can't imagine, yeah, November 3rd, I mean, that gives it through the end of the holidays, through the beginning of the year to rake in some bucks. Yeah, but Blade, that'll be interesting. Why wouldn't they go October? Why wouldn't they go October? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't they go with October? You know what, when is... Oh, see, and look at that, man. October 13th, man. October 13th is actually a Friday. Right? Why not Blade on? I know, it's not... Yeah, I know. But still, right? Come on. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Blade. Like I said, one of the things I really haven't heard anybody talk about is Delroy Lindo going to be in here, man. I'm excited to see what Delroy Lindo is going to bring to the MCU. He's definitely a talent to be had. Then fall 2023. So I'm guessing this would probably either come before Blade or after Blade. But we've got Ironheart series coming on Disney Plus as well. So it'll be interesting to see where that comes out. Obviously, we've got her being shown and teased in Wakanda Forever. So seeing where they go with that. I think it'll be interesting. I think it will be interesting, and they've got some time to get that all out and ready to go as well. But let me know what you guys think about these down in the comments below. We'll get into this next one before we take a little break here and get back into the chats. But we got Agatha, Coven of Chaos, coming in winter of 20. Okay, so winter 20. So this one would obviously come after Blade then, which is interesting because you got Blade, you're gonna have vampires, and you're gonna have Agatha come in with more of the witchcraft and stuff like that. Very interesting stuff. Delroy Lindo is so underrated. Yeah, Delroy Lindo is great, man. Delroy Lindo is great, and he's already been part of a multiverse. In The One, right? Where's Jason Statham at? Jason Statham at? Yeah. J Hood Creative, thank you so much for being here, man. I'm missing those Saturday morning streams. Man. But let me know what you guys think about Agatha, Coven of Chaos as well. I think there's some interesting stuff that can come out of this show, especially like when you think about Fantastic Four, Franklin Richards, and how she was kind of like, man, she was like a second, like she was like a stepmother to Franklin Richards, man, right? Agatha was. Interesting stuff. Anthony Manzano, thank you so much for being here. I don't know, I'm about to go back and look at this dude's Sorcerer Supreme arguments. Yeah, Sorcerer Supreme gate. Yeah. My only argument was that Doctor Strange wasn't the Sorcerer Supreme. That was my only argument. There was nothing else about how he got it. There was no technicality. It was just that he's not the Sorcerer Supreme, and he's not the Sorcerer Supreme. Go back and look it up. Go do some archives. Go do some research. And make a hate video. What are your thoughts on Black Panther Wakanda Forever teaser trailer? I think, like, I'm not even completely in the same thing as Chillmonger, where he's no T'Challa, no ticket. I'm just kind of in the thing that, you know what, if Marvel Studios wants me to go out and see another movie in the theater, they've got to get me, they've got to sell me on it at this point. They're gonna have to sell me on it, because after Love and Thunder, I'm sold on the Marvel characters are parodies. These are parody films now. So once they let me know that these aren't parody films, maybe I'll go see one at the theater again. But the trailer itself, I mean, I'm ready to see. We'll get into it. Yeah. Don't F with Blade. Yeah. Speaking of the Sorcerer Supreme, why do you all think Wong needs a lawyer? Well, who doesn't need a good lawyer? Avatar 3, December 2024. All right. Yeah. Guessing the empty spots are for X-Men stuff. They have to be here for secret. Yeah. Absolutely, Air Spider. Yeah. And you know what's funny is I got a video that I did, one of the first videos I did here on the channel, of how I think they're going to bring the mutants into the MCU, and I still stand behind it totally, 100%. Where they're just going to sprinkle them into different characters, into different things. And then eventually they'll have something like the mutants, and then they'll eventually form the team. Because I think there's going to be a battle of mutants that's going to happen before we get there as well. But yeah, for me it doesn't make no sense to release Blade during Thanksgiving. That's more of a Halloween movie. Why not release it the weekend of Halloween? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. October 13th, man. October 13th. It's a Friday, and I get to go see it on the 12th. Yeah, absolutely. Agatha may come out in the holidays. Yeah, absolutely. And Agatha is probably arguably something that would be good for Friday the 13th also. Yeah, probably because Avatar. Yeah. Black Knight has a cameo with the Ebony Blade in the Blade movie. Yeah, you would think so. Well, you would think so. Right. Delroy is underrated by people who have no business rating. Right, yeah. I like that, Air Spider 23. You're right. Yeah, absolutely. Saying hello to my friends at Comics Factory in Pasadena. This is Jedi Mike. Nice. All right. Does it make sense to release Agatha, Covenant of Chaos, and Blade on Christmas Christmas and Thanksgiving? These two properties should be released on Halloween. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, at least leading up to it. Catherine Hahn is an insanely hard worker. Agatha is going to be incredible. Yeah, I like Catherine Hahn. Yeah. My theory is Phase 6 is empty spots as Doc Strange, 3 and Spider-Man. Yeah, could be. But moving on. Oof, man, let's get into this one. Captain America, New World Order. That's very interesting. I mean, we know that Malcolm Spellman is going to be, supposedly going to be at least a story by, maybe the script for, the guy who did, basically was the writer for the Falcon and Winter Soldier. We know the Falcon is Captain America right now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Very interesting how this is going to be. Captain America, New World Order. And that's the whole thing. Like, when it came, like, some people, like, and here's the thing. It's like I even said, when Falcon and Winter Soldier came out, especially by the time you see that last episode, right? The Falcon and Winter Soldier is woke. Like, it's actually, like, not even, like, woke. Like, it's actually woke. They do the whole woke thing in there. And the whole thing is, like, if you got a problem with that, like, go read the comics. Like, it's part of the goddamn comics. Like, it became a literal, like, political fucking battle over this shit. And New World Order, this is shit implied in the fucking comic books. Like, goddamn. Like, I'm interested to see this. Because in case you guys don't know, Hydra Cap, you know, the Nick Spencer, Sam Wilson, Captain America, and Steve Rogers, Captain America storylines are basically what got me back into reading comic books, man. I'm interested to see what's going to go on here. Malcolm Spellman. And here's one of the things I've talked about when it comes to, you know what, we're changing scenes here. Here's one of the things when it comes to some of the things I've said regarding a lot of Phase 4 is like the writers. I feel like they need good writers that have a love and a passion for the characters and the stories that they are telling. I don't feel that Michael Waldron has any connection or any kind of passion for these characters from what I've seen of the things that he has written so far. Looking at what he did with Loki, looking at Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Jack Schaefer. But then I take a look at Malcolm Spellman and what he did with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I take just what I know from, which is pretty much all of that shit, from the comic books, the Nick Spencer, Sam Wilson, Captain America, and Steve Rogers, Captain America runs, going into Secret Empire through Civil War II, also even through the Avengers Assault on Pleasant Hill. All of that shit going on there is fucking great, and it's fucking captivating, but it all has to do with the same fucking thing. But through all of that, I could tell that Malcolm Spellman must have obviously had some sort of connection to these stories that he was telling, because I feel like in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, as terrible as that show was jumbled together for what they had to change from what was originally shot and all that stuff, the Frankenstein of a show that became, I could still tell that within that he liked and had a passion for telling that story, with not only the Elijah Bradley and the other Brad, but you get it, right? Not only that story, but along with Sam Wilson and everything, all that. Like, to me, it was very captivating. The same way, I was like, man, I felt it hit the right stride for adapting what was going on in that time in the comics. Not everybody liked it, but in hindsight of looking at it all, I really think that Nick Spencer's Captain America, going in through all of that stuff, in through Secret Empire and everything, was fucking great and captivating storytelling. And I feel like what Malcolm Spellman did in that series, the writing of some of the things he did in there, I thought were really great. And that kind of makes me excited to see what we've got in store for Captain America, New World Order, getting ready to come to theaters May 3rd of 2024. I'm excited for it. I'm actually excited for this one. I'll say. But it's interesting what's going to happen, because, you know, like I said, at some point, people are going to be mad, because at some point in the comics, even Sam Wilson said, fuck this, handed the shield back, and became Falcon again. I'm waiting for that. Because everything that we've seen in real life as well, like in our real world, the reaction to what happened in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series and everything like that, and even what happened in the series itself, is going to play out. It's exactly what played out in the comics. It's so ingenious. It's great. And I'm sure if Aglax is there in the comments, he probably agrees with me when it comes to that as well, 100%. This is one instance where I really do hope that they actually hold true to the source material. I hope they respect the source material on this one. Please, please, Malcolm Spellman, throw me a bone. Because Michael Waldron certainly hasn't. Jack Schaefer hasn't. Taika Waititi sure the hell hasn't. But let's see what you got going on. I can't wait to see it. But let me know what you think down in the comments below about Captain America New World Order. Okay. Okay. Hollywood Hogan beating down Cap. Yeah. Opinions. Them announcing Avengers King Dynasty. Do you think be a young Avengers movie? Captain America NWO. Can't wait to see Hollywood Hogan go after Cap. Yeah, right? Yeah. All right, have a good one, Mike Porter. All right, work out with the nurse. Hey. Easy on that blood pressure, my brother. Nurse workout. Careful, yeah. Careful what you search. It's hypocrisy at the highest levels for normies who never read the comics, saying Captain America movies are too woke and political, not realizing the comments were like that. Well, some of them do know. Some of them still didn't like the stories. Like to me, I loved it. General Michael minds went to the same place, right? OG married dads. I admit I'm a normie, but I don't take it that far. Criticizing the Captain America movies for being too woke and political. I realized that comics were like that. Well, here's the thing: is like literally what they did in Falcon and Winter Soldier was woke. It's not even woke. Like, it was fucking woke. To the upteenth degree, which is fine because it plays into the actual story that happened in the comic books. That like it's perfect. It's a perfect art imitating life, imitating art, imitating life, imitating. Yeah, it's imitating that stuff. It's imitating that stuff. Oh man. Yeah, later, Mike. Aglax says, I love Captain America. Show what the effing pepper pots. Can we get my dude alone or like a space fishing boat? Yeah. Sure. Oh man. Ready for a Spellman movie? Definitely. Mexican Tale. Hey guys, it's Mexican Tale. I'm playing Lego Superheroes 2. Oh, nice. All right. I haven't played that in a while. I don't think we ever finished that, me and my son. Yeah. I need to check it out. We'll turn from 2016. Okay. Now let's get back into here. What other ones do we have? What was next? Oh, we got that She-Hulk trailer, right? It looked all right. You know, like Hulk is. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I think the show will be okay. But like maybe it's gonna be like Love and Thunder, where it'd be a better movie if we cut Thor out. Maybe She-Hulk would be a better show if we cut Hulk out. Do like you did to him in the trailers for Infinity War and Endgame. Marvel Studios, take him out. But that's coming on August 17th, so that'll be interesting. Ooh, here we go. Coming spring 2024, Daredevil, Born Again. 18 episodes, they're saying. Like for me, like that's when you're going full-blown TV show. 18 episodes. Ah, man. Why are you trying to pull my fucking teeth, Kevin Feige? God damn, man. For me, Eh. Did you hear Chris Evans' voice, Buzz Lightyear, new movie? No. No. Not at all. Not watching Lightyear. I don't give a shit about that. It's not Toy Story. Don't care. Yeah, I didn't care about that one. I didn't care about that one at all. But Daredevil, Born Again, very. I think it's going to be very interesting to see where this goes, how they're going to do everything. Obviously, Vincent D'Onofrio coming back in that, who we've seen in Hawkeye. Obviously, we have seen Daredevil, Charlie Cox appear in No Way Home. He looks like he's going to be in She-Hulk as well. Very interesting. We got the lawyers coming up there as well. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see what they do with Daredevil. 18 episodes is a lot to ask for me. I don't mind the 6-episode format they got going on. Just, take the irrelevant shit out and put just the interesting shit, the shit we need. Like, we don't need the irrelevant shit in there. But I think Daredevil, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do with that coming spring 2024. Then, of course, July 26, 2024. I'm interested to see how bad they're going to mess up the Thunderbolts from the comic books. Thunderbolts, I really enjoyed the Thunderbolts from the comic books. What they did in there. Zemo, they've already trashed this character in the MCU. So it's going to be interesting what they do with the Thunderbolts in this series. But coming July 26, 2024. I'm there for it. Especially if they did with the Thunderbolts what like they actually did in the comics originally anyway. I would fucking love that. I'm not holding out any hope, though. Fantastic Four, November 8th, 2024. This is going to be interesting. Everything we've got going on with Kang, with Agatha, like I was saying earlier. November 8th, 2024. That's a year after Agatha has her own series. I don't know, man. We'll see what they're going to do with Fantastic Four. They obviously haven't had a whole lot of success with Fantastic Four so far in the movie sphere, in the film sphere, I guess. But it'll be interesting to see what Kevin Feige does with that as well. Again, a lot of these things, like I said, let me know your hype level. A lot of these things I find it hard to be like hyped about at this point because we know so much of this was already coming. Most of us who keep our ear to the grindstone of all this nerdy shit. She's got legs. Yeah, I have 2 Hulks. Nice. Good afternoon, Jason Polyhedral Paradise. At least they cleaned up the CGI. I still look at her and just see Orphan Black. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I hear you, RF Gaming. I get to dust off my Kingpin impression for my spam call reviews. Yes, indeed. 18 10-minute episodes. There we go. That works. That works. Hey, Daredevil movie. Hey, man. I'm okay if they brought back Matt Murfleck. Yeah. I'm okay with Matt Murfleck. I like that first version of Thunderbolts. Not the Spec Ops team it was later. Give me some Songbird. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, RF Gaming. I like what they did with the original Thunderbolts team. That whole thing was absolutely great. Yeah, more Myrtle Madness. Do you think Fantastic Four starts the next big thing going into Phase 7? I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. Did they announce if it's going to be part of... I didn't see if they put it on the timeline, if it's Phase 5 or 6 or what. I didn't see all of that. I didn't look at the phase thing. We'll have to see if they posted that. But coming up, we've got Kang Dynasty in theaters May 2nd, 2025. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting considering what we know about Kang. I bought this book. This hardcover book not too long ago. That has to deal with like some of what might be coming from this storyline. Avengers Kang Dynasty, I think it's going to be very interesting seeing the Avengers lineup they have come May 2nd, 2025. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm interested to see who they're going to get. Like, I know everybody's worried about the directors so much, about the Russos and all that stuff, and especially for the next Avengers film they have coming up. But I'm more interested in the writers, man. We need some good writers back in the MCU. Maybe we'll start here with Avengers Kang Dynasty. in theaters May 2nd, 2025. Like I'm excited to see. Like I'm excited about the journey, not necessarily all the stuff that's got in here, because everything seems to be so underwhelming. But I'm okay with underwhelming because it gives me something to be excited about when something comes out, right? And that's the other reason I want to go full tilt into the negativity that I feel right now after Love and Thunder, is because I feel like the lull, there can be some good to come out of it. You are like, I'm already here with my hype level. That means that you can bring me back up, right? Like John Bender said, "Can you hear this? You want me to turn it up?" Right, like right, like that. Yeah, right. But yeah, very interested to see how that's going. Obviously, we got Secret Wars coming out later the same year, November 7th of 2025. Secret Wars, man, like, obviously it's implying like the superhero Secret Wars from Marvel Comics, but I kind of feel like we've obviously got Secret Invasion coming up as well. I really feel like they're going to combine Secret Wars with some other secrets out there as well. I think Secret Empire is easily woven into this same storyline as well, or even coming out of it, but probably going into it more so than anything. I think Secret Wars, man, like there's a lot to be had there. I think it could play into a lot of those things with the Assault on Pleasant Hill, with Civil War 2 and Secret Empire, all those things that were going on during that time, and how it could play into Secret Wars. It's fucking crazy, just from things that I think, just things in my brain that I've kind of been thinking about. Sorry, Daryl Hill, some of the best movies were done by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. But I hear you. So yeah, November 7th, 2025. I mean, what are we, we're 3 years out from that, a little over 3 years out from that, and a lot is going to happen in that time, man. There's going to be so many of these shows, so many of these movies coming out between now and then. There's movies obviously coming out aside from just these ones that they've shown here. We know the Marvels is coming out. We know, you know, just things, just other movies that are coming out as well. Yeah, very, very interesting. And obviously, you know, they're calling this the multiverse saga with everything going on. These are the next ones. We got Black Panther coming November 11th. You know, watch the trailer. And there's some exciting things, and there's some cool stuff in it. But altogether, like, my excitement for it's like, my excitement level is to see Namor. We're finally going to get a Chingon in the MCU. I think that's very interesting. I'm excited for that. But other than that, man, like I said, I mean, we need T'Challa. We need T'Challa up in this shit. And the trailer is all right. It's okay. It's certainly better than that Black Adam garbage that we've seen. Certainly better than any of that. And then, obviously, I think the next thing that they had here was Secret Invasion, an original series streaming spring 2023. This is going to be interesting because, again, I said we got the secrets. We got Secret Invasion. We've got Secret Wars coming up as well. I'm telling you, Secret Empire's got to be like, we got so many secrets. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Especially like doing all these things. Like I feel like doing like you got Secret Invasion, you got Secret Empire, you got Secret Wars. This all gives them room to do something that they can easily do with those excuses coming out of these, and that is reboot some of these characters. I do feel like they can reboot some of these characters. You can bring back a Steve Rogers, a new Steve Rogers, a new Tony Stark, a new characters for these within the same universe. When you get into stories like Secret Invasion, like Secret Wars, like Secret Empire, I think a lot of these things can really be done through that. And I think that is pretty much the last of what I had to talk about here as far as the slate was concerned. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. We'll go ahead and get through those, and then we are going to end the stream. Man, how long have we been going for? And now, okay, we're almost at an hour and a half. Cool. I didn't want to go much longer than 90 minutes, so that works out pretty good. Let's see. Thor. Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. Let's see. I don't think ear to the grindstone is the correct term. What? Yeah, I know, Dixie. But we change it up. We change it up here. That's what we do. We got to keep the body guessing. We got to keep the body guessing. Fantastic Four, beginning of Phase 6. Oh, okay. Is that what they announced? It's beginning. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Who's your favorite superheroes? You know what? Is this? I feel like this is where I'm supposed to say, Esam. Now, I don't know, man. Like, there's different ones, man. Like, Spider-Man has been one of my favorites since I was a kid. I think Black Widow is super awesome. Captain America too, man. I like Captain America. Some of the yeah. I'm telling you, it's Marcus and McFeely, not the Russos. It's Marcus and McFeely, the writers. It's the writers. I'd be excited if people didn't read comics. Well, it's because you got to read the right comics. What is up, folks? RC Scott, still here, bruh. What's up, RC Scott? Thank you so much for being here. Do you think Namor gets a solo movie? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Namor definitely gets a solo movie. He definitely gets a solo movie. Like Squirrel Girl. Yeah. Squirrel Girl. Yeah, absolutely. All right, have a good one, Star Wars MCU OG. Secret. I have a secret. Throw me. Yeah. Domo. But anyway, guys, I think that's all I've got for today. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about any of these things, about what you think about these upcoming announced Marvel Studios projects, along with the ones that we know are already coming. There's so much. Like they didn't even mention anything about like Armor Wars, right? House of Harkness changed to Agatha Harkness Chamber of Chaos Chamber. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, very interesting stuff here going on. My hype level, I mean, like I said, my hype, it's gone down for most of this stuff, but I'm more hyped into the speculation. In case you guys haven't seen some of my theories coming out of the Eternals, some of the tech and stuff I get more excited about that stuff nowadays than what's actually coming for these films anyway. But of course that kind of sucks, because that's kind of seems what they're gearing the movies towards anyway, is giving me stuff to speculate on instead of just giving me interesting movies to start with. But that's just if you ask me. But thank you all so much for being here today. If you're not already, please make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell and all that stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I swear. But while you're at it, make sure you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the 2nd Street Marvel. You all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.